Hey everyone, and welcome back to the circuits happening right now. My name is Arctic Shadow, and joining me is Bext. As you can see from the webcam in the back of my room, I am in Malaysia right now, while our studio is in Singapore. So forgive me if you can see the bit that's in the background here. But yeah, you guys are tuning into the Malaysian finals where we're trying to narrow down the teams that's remaining, the 4 teams that are remaining into the final 2 that will represent Malaysia in the C regionals happening sometime mid-May. Bex, are you with me here, Bex?
Yes, I am. As you can see, I'm casting from my car right now.
Yeah, Bex is casting from his car in his cool shade. So yeah, we're just here to enjoy and have some fun on this nice Sunday afternoon. Well, a Sunday afternoon for us. For you guys in the Western countries, I believe in US, it's about 2 a.m. at night. So what are you guys doing up, man? But yeah, anyway, getting back into it, the drafting has in fact started. It is going to be the winners bracket finals here. Team ABC going up against Team Black Sheep 5. Yes, we do have really unique team names here in Southeast Asian region. Some of the other teams competing are Sabun Warrior, which we just saw in the previous game during the epic minion battle, as some of you would say, just watching minions fight it out. I was just trying to fix the cameras there for a few seconds, so apologies for that. But yeah, we saw Sabun Warriors in the previous round taking on Black Sheep 5. Black Sheep 5 ultimately coming out on top. And the other team is, of course, High Noon as well. So these are the 4 teams competing. High Noon will be going up against Sabun Gaming in the lower bracket right now. It is going to be a best of 1. But up here in the winners bracket, there's a lot to play for. The map is going to be Battlefield of Eternity between these 2 teams, and the winner will secure their slot in the C Regionals, Bex.
Yep. And of course, Black Sheep 5 does go into this with a slight disadvantage in the sense that they did not get any breaks in between the previous game and this one. Whereas ABC, they've been relaxing this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, not the whole time. They've been relaxing for an hour, so they've been able to get a half an hour break. We pride ourselves in not giving our team, competitive players no breaks for the enjoyment of the viewers, kappa. But yeah, Black Sheep 5 will be coming into this from a 3-game matchup. Now we just have to continue on. But if they are able to win this, they will be able to get a short break because we will be going down to the the losers bracket final to cast that game. So it is going to be a best of 3 between these 2 teams. Let's go into the draft as they are about halfway done. Illidan straight away off the bat, first ban, as we've seen time and time again. Falstad being the first ban of Black Sheep 5. And wow, ETC, for the first time, we're not going to be able to see an ETC in the game, considering we've been seeing it in almost every single game so far. As mentioned, the map is going to be Battlefield of Eternity yet again. This is a new set of teams, so they are allowed to play the Battlefield of Eternity. I believe it is only 1 map per series, so they are going to be able to pick out the Battlefield of Eternity, which Zagara is a super strong hero in, just because of his split push potential and the amount of damage that he does to the Immortal. So the 4 bans are going to be the Falstad, Zagara, ETC, and Illidan. I don't see anything that stands out too much. Maybe the ETC, but I think it's more of ABC just not wanting to give that ETC over to Black Sheep 5.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, and the first few pickups for Black Sheep 5 right now, I'm already liking it quite a bit. Troll, Sylvanas, and Zul. I love the Zul and the Sylvanas pickup here. They have 2 really strong push potential heroes in Zul and Sylvanas. So this is going to be interesting to watch how Team ABC deals with it. Will they be able to stop the push? Will they be able to stop the amount of pressure coming out from Team Black Sheep 5? They also have the Troll, who has been a staple hero in almost every single game that we've seen so far. It's like the Illidan. It's either banned or it's picked, but usually it's just picked up because it's not as OP or not as broken as Illidan is right now. But yeah, definitely a staple hero. Greymane as well, another staple hero. When Greymane was first released, I think not many players actually thought it would be competitive worthy, but look at where it is now.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, they did make some minor tweaks to Greymane, so that did help him push his way into the scene as well. What do you think of the Falstad ban actually by Black Sheep 5?
I think it's a pretty decent ban. Falstad, a huge, strong mobility hero, and on a map like Battlefield, and on any map, to be honest with you, his mobility just brings so much to the table, and I think they just don't want to give that false start to Team ABC because one reason these two teams have not a history, but they played last week in a series of battles that lasted pretty long. The first time they met, it was in the winners bracket, I believe. They played a best of 3. It went 2-1 in favor of Black Sheep 5. Forcing ABC to drop to the lower bracket. They met again in the grand finals, both teams securing the slot in today's finals. But in that series, Black Sheep 5 took the first game, and then ABC followed up with 2 games, forcing it to the best of 1 decider, which ultimately ABC lost out to Black Sheep 5, which was unfortunate for them. But between these two teams, they've played 7 games with each other already, so they know exactly what's going on. And one thing I have to point out about Team ABC, they have extremely good disengagement capabilities. Like for some reason, they're just able to get out of sticky situations really well. Don't ask me why, they just are able to do so. Like we've seen them get into a really sticky situation, a sticky pickle situation where they get cornered into, overcommitting, but just somehow they lose one hero and the rest of them get out. So that's what they're really good at, and that's, I think, something Black Sheep 5 is trying to take away from them with the false start ban. So I can understand the false start ban for sure. But taking a look at the final lineups from both sides, Troll, Zul, Sylvanas, Uther, and Tiranda. Very interesting lineup for me. They don't really have a hard tank. They didn't opt to go for a Johanna or a Diablo. They're in fact just going to leave the Troll up front, and they're going to go with a double support and Tiranda and Uther and Zul Sylvanas. The only problem I have with this lineup is I'm afraid for their DPS. They don't seem to have a huge amount of DPS. And if you take a look at Team ABC, they went with a double support as well, but they have the Muradin front line. And look at their DPS. They have Keltas and Greymane. By far, definitely a lot stronger in terms of DPS against a Zul and a Sylvanas. What do you think, Max? What can you make out of this?
DPS wise, I think it's still okay because you have to remember Tyrande has the trait as well to increase damage, and you shouldn't underestimate Sylvanas' damage output. I'm more interested in the fact, like you mentioned, they don't really have a proper tank because, of course, ETC was banned. So they're gonna go with a more heavy front lineup with the Uther, the Zul, and the Thrall. So that's gonna be interesting to see. If Tassadar does manage to pull off a good force wall, it could spell disaster for Black Sheep 5.
Yeah, definitely. If they are able to force wall, the rest of the team, especially the Sylvanas and the Tiranda, away from the rest of their team, it definitely could, put them in a really, really awkward situation here. Surprisingly enough, though, Li Ming not picked up. I would have actually gone with Li Ming instead of Tiranda. They already had the Uther as a hard support. I really don't think they needed the Tiranda. They might have even gone for maybe a Johanna or something, a stronger frontline tank, but instead they went with the Tiranda, which I'm a bit confused by. I hope they prove me wrong here, but just I don't feel they have enough DPS. I'm not underestimating the amount of DPS that Sylvanas and Troll can dish out. It's just that compared to a Kael'thas and a Greymane, that's what I'm comparing it to. If they're going up against, other heroes like Fausta, then that's fine. But when you're playing a Sylvanas and a Zul, who are popular and famous for their push potential and not so much like heavy DPS on heroes, that could be proven to be a bit troublesome for them because they are going up against a double support as well in the form of Rega and Tassadar. It's going to be hard for them to eat through those shields and heals. So
yep. So
we'll have to see.
What Black Sheep 5 has to do right now is they have to burst down one hero at a time, and that's what Tyrande is good at, right? You put the trait on one hero and your team bursts him down, move on to the next. So as you mentioned, ABC does have the better sustain heal, so this is definitely going to be the strategy that they are going for.
Yeah, that's definitely the strategy they're going for. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Circuit, this is Malaysian Finals happening right now. It is, of course, an LAN event, so it's happening at a local cyber cafe right now while we, the casters, are at our studio here in Malaysia. So thank you for tuning in. My name is Arctic Shadow, and joining me is Bex. We'll be bringing you the rest of the cast today. This is the winners bracket final happening right now. Game number 1, the winner of this matchup will secure their slot in the C regionals happening sometime in May, I believe, mid-May. in about 2 weeks' time from now, I believe. Next week, we will also have the final week of the Singapore qualifiers, which basically Relics and Resurgence have already secured their slot. They're just playing for seeding and prize money now. So they'll be going up against each other next Friday. Saturday, I believe, is the Philippines finals, which I will be covering as well. And then on Sunday will be the Thailand finals. I think this time around, there's no Indonesian teams in the SEA region. It's just Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, as well as my brain's stuck in Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. Yeah, so Thailand will be next Sunday, Philippines will be next Saturday, and then the following week, I believe, will be the C regionals, where ultimately we will crown one champion to Rule C, and they will go over to Dream Sweden. I think it's going to be DreamHack. I'm not sure, but this time around, the finals is going to be in Sweden. I wish I could go to Sweden, man.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, we'll see. So last time around, we saw Renovation. That was a bit of a shock. Will they be able to retain their crown? I'm not too updated on what's happening in the Philippines and the Thai region right now, so I'll have to get back to you guys on that update. But right now, we're just waiting for teams to load up. I believe Team Black Sheep 5 have joined up. We're just waiting for 2 more players to join in on Team ABC, which are FZFZ and MNGPK, and we should be ready to go. So,
yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of rooting for Black Sheep 5 solely because they mentioned that they have a secret tactic that they want to unveil, and I'm still waiting for it. What exactly is the secret strategy?
Then you have to root for Black Sheep 5 to lose, because they will only reveal their secret.
That is true.
Yeah, they would only reveal their secret tactic on their trump card game. Like if they are forced to go into like a final game decider or they're down 1-0, then they have to play their trump card, which is their secret tactic. So then you have to kind of root for them to lose. So you should be on ABCs.
Come on, man. Gazlo, just one time. That's all we need, Gazlo.
Yeah, Gazlo. One time should we see him in a competitive match here in C region. Never before have we seen him. Hopefully we'll be able to see more of him. But yep. Still waiting for the heroes to load up. I believe everyone had finally joined up. Oh, sorry, not FZFZ. FZFZ was from Team Sabun. They have joined another game. It's going to be Ilokai and Tanuki. My apologies there. And I think the game is about ready soon. We're waiting for the game just to start up, teams to get ready. Right now, I'm going to do a quick shout out to our sponsors. Razer, our official peripheral sponsor. Make sure to go check out their website for some equipment if you're looking to buy some new gear, and as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this live stream to you guys. Also, we have a cool new feature called Twitter Shoutouts. Make sure to turn on your Twitter. If you're on your phone, make sure you open your Twitter app, go to your Twitter and tweet. Oh my gosh, such a handful to say. And tweet at us at HGCSEA. So just tweet at us at HGCSEA. Your shout outs, whether you want to shout out to your mom. Happy Mother's Day again to all moms out there. If you're tuning in, you're a cool mom. But yeah, make sure you go and say Happy Mother's Day to others out there. Tweet at us, do your shout outs, do your predictions for the game, whatever it may be, but just tweet at us and your tweet could appear on stream while the game is happening, So that's a pretty cool feature, so make sure you go and tweet at us. HGCSEA is the tweet to tag at, so make sure you do that. We are in the loading screen. It is going to be Battlefield of Eternity. Again, this is going to be Team ABC going up against Team Black Sheep 5. 2 teams who have a huge amount of history, so to say, between these 2 teams. I believe Team ABC also has 2 former Relics players, if I'm not mistaken, so they are definitely a really experienced team. This time around, the overlay is correct, guys. So on the blue side, we have Team ABC, all right? Just making that sure and confirming this, because I believe there was some overlay issues in the previous round. So Team ABC is going to be on blue side, La La Land on Muradin, Risen on Greymane, Nikkei-tan on Tasada, Tanuki on Rega, Ilokai on Kael'thas. Over on the red side, Team Black Sheep 5, we will have Saphira on Zul, Dikaza on Troll, Kinky Fairy on Uther, and Yamato on Sylvanas. Scrub on Tirande as well. So it is going to be Battlefield of Eternity. Winner of this matchup will secure their slot in the regional finals happening in 2 weeks.
Right, so we haven't had our game of predictions just yet, Arctic. Who do you think is going to take this game? I am going to give it to BS5. I think their lineup is a bit more odd compared to the blue team, but somehow I feel like they know what they're doing with this.
you're just an oddball yourself, probably.
That's true.
Personally, I like Team ABC's draft just because. Oh, tactical pause. I'm liking Team ABC's draft just because it's a little bit more. Why do they always say P? Does PP stand for pool plug? Yeah. Why do they always pool plug? Anyway, so for Team ABC, I feel their lineup is a little bit more solid. They have the Muradin front line. They have the strong DPS in Greymane and Kiltas, and I just think it's going to be really hard for them to deal with. So. Personally, I'm predicting Team ABC based on execution. If both teams execute it the same way and just off draft, I think ABC has this. But you know, hopefully they prove me wrong. At this bottom lane, as well as action, is all going to be 4 heroes going up against 4 heroes. Top lane, we are going to see Azul on the played by Sephiria, surprisingly, going up against the solo Nikkei Tan at that top. Bottom lane, though, we do see some creep wave. Some creep wave push coming out, and now Risen going in. Yamato taking quite a bit of damage, and I think they've swapped their roles a little bit because based off last week, I'm pretty sure Yamato would have been playing the Troll, and in fact Scrub going for the support in Tyrande, which is interesting. So I think they've swapped around their roles a lot because last week Scrub was playing the Sylvanas almost every single game, but this time around Yamato seems to be the one picking up. Here comes Risen though, stunned in onto that Troll. He's taking quite a bit of damage, and this is what I was talking about. The amount of burst from him, but both players are gonna fall. Both the Greymane as well as the Troll are gonna fall. So really well job done by the supports coming out from Team Black Sheep 5, keeping ABC, keeping the Troll alive for as long as possible, securing themselves the kill onto that Greymane as well. But there we saw the amount of burst damage that both the Kiltas and Greymane can do there best.
Yep, and now they are starting to make their way onto the Immortal. Cassidy just trying to poke at Black Sheep 5. Muradin making his way as well right here, gets the stun out. And that guy is so dead. Kinky Fairy, what are you doing, man? You are dead.
Kinky Fairy just overextending a little bit too, taken down. Follow, and both supports gonna fall here for Team Black Sheep 5. Unfortunate there for them, as they look like they are still gonna be able to take down the Immortal though. They still have the 3 DPS in the form of Yamato, Sephiria, and because that blue work onto it. Here comes Nikkei Tando trying to annoy the heck out of them, but they're just focusing on objectives here. The blue side, they're just gonna be content with bringing down the shield a bit further. Tanuki coming in trying to stop them out, but they will not be successful in stopping them, and the red team will be able to get their Immortal out. Though they do lose 2 heroes in the process. So a 3-1 in favor of the blue side so far in terms of kills. So it's pretty much still neck and neck. The Immortal is going to spawn. It is going to be pushing on that top lane. It does look like the rest of the team from Team Black Sheep 5 is looking to push along with it. They should be able to get those towers with the help of that Sylvanas for sure. Troll is there as well. Uther just cutting away like he's a giant woodsman or something.
Giant woodsman, yep. Yeah. That's what they're called, exactly.
I don't know, lumberjack. Yeah, lumberjack.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. Immortal going in, pounding away at that fort. Sylvanas disabling it. Immortal is dropping low though. They have to be careful here. They don't want to overextend like they did in the previous round. At the bottom lane though, we see Sephiria going up against the... And this is the power of Zul. We see all the skeletons spawning out, and look at how fast those towers are going down. Unfortunately for Sephiria, he's unable to continue pushing along with it, but all the ammo is of course down already. So Sephiria now go for the siege camp, while Tyrande as well as Kinky make their way down to the bottom lane. Blue side, they are going to get themselves their own siege minions at that top to continue pushing down the top lane as well. So pretty even game between these two teams as expected for sure.
Yeah, and we start to see a trend with like Sheep 5. They always sacrifice the heroes for the sake of the objective.
Yeah.
Even in the previous game, they got almost every single one of the Immortals.
Yeah, they got every single one of the Immortals, but they always sacrifice a couple of supports, a couple of heroes. And I guess that is working out for them so far. I don't think that's the way to go in the long run, because if you can't really sacrifice your heroes at like an 18-minute mark for Immortal, because that's just not the way to do it. But early on, definitely for sure, you know, when Immortals don't really matter that much early on, you can definitely throw in a couple of heroes for objectives for sure. I think the next wave of Immortals are about to spawn soon, probably about the 5-minute mark if I'm not mistaken. They are going to get themselves a couple of siege camps yet again. Sephiria still at that bottom lane. The rest of the red team, they're just swapping around right now, both sides doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, Immortals are going to spawn in about 14 seconds. Yamato going to deal with this top creep wave push. to keep the wave pushed out.
Yeah, and having a quick look at talents right here, I actually like the Tassadar's level 4 talent. He took the one to reduce the trait by 20 seconds, so that's going to give them even more map awareness, especially in a small map like this.
Yep, on a small map like this, definitely map awareness plays a huge role. That's also one of the reasons why, because it's just going to provide so much map awareness. And as they always say, you know, information is key to any success, you know, whether in real life or even
knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, knowing is half the battle. Luki though, coming in from the side, he's all alone though. He has to be careful. He roots in on the Curza. But the Curza is going to have to be in full retreat mode. The Spear at the bottom taking quite a bit of damage from Ilokai. He's going to be fine though with Uther and the Tyrande heal. They're going to be able to heal him right back up. So both teams just having a bit of a skirmish between the two sides, but they will just back off respectively to their Immortals. It's all about who makes the first mistake though. Zul, he is going to rotate towards that bottom. He's going to try and do something onto this, set something up onto Muradin, but Muradin spots him out. Is he going to get the Stormbolt off? That is the question. The rest of the red team is here though. In comes the Risen though, and ooh, Saphiria, you got caught way out of position there. And just like that, he gets taken down, and it's going to be a 4v5. Now the blue team, they can definitely go for the Immortal push, and it's going to be the red team's turn to defend this for sure. Now though, we see Tanuki going in. Now they are going to start setting up some DPS. Tasada is still not here just yet. He's still clearing out the bottom creep wave. He should get here soon because they definitely do need his support. Zul is going to respond right now, and he's making his way back as well. The red team just, again, doing a really good job holding their ground right now. And yeah, they will be able to force them back and hold a strong defense. The blue side, again, you know, both sides just rotating between the lanes, trying to keep their EXP up to date, as well as defending. At the Immortal though, here comes the red team. They go in as they see the Muradin at the top lane, but you know, Risen dropping really low. He wants that Scrub though. Scrub's taking quite a bit of damage. Nikitan in the background, trying to keep him the support. Stun not going to connect as Risen will survive, but Zul, same cannot be said about him as he falls. So again, Zul is going to fall early on in this clash, while the blue team does look like they want to go for this Immortal this time around. With the full team available, and Zul did for another 8 seconds, they definitely should be able to get it. They do get it to the halfway mark. And if the red Immortal spawns on their side, which it does, well, not spawns on their side, but spawns to the bottom, they should be able to get this pretty easily. Bottom lane, we do see La La Land. Again, just continuously trying to push out. They're trying to push for their level 10 now. I think they're trying to get their heroic talents. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that was a really awkward fight for Black Sheep 5. They were pretty much split up the entire time, and as a result, 3 of them went down just like that.
Yep. Here comes the clash though, as now La La Land going in onto the Tasada, but he's going to be able to get away because one thing that La La Land as well, but Immortal doing quite a bit of work. The blue team has to back off a little bit. Root not going to connect by Troll. La La Land again running away. They killed us. They're just trying to poke away at this Immortal. They're just, again, objective gaming. They're trying to do as much as they can. Muradin, he has to be careful. He's going in. Thunderclap's going to be used. Scrub dropping really low as well. Living Bomb spreading all around. That wasn't the right way to do it. They were standing right next to each other, and a nice pick-off for the blue side as they will get their first Immortal themselves. So no kills for either side, but they will pick up their heroic talents there, and they will get the Immortal. They should be able to push down this bottom set of forts for sure. I don't think the red team will be able to stop this push with the Immortal being there as well. So they might want to try and set a clash up maybe, but we do see Troll heading towards the top. Tasada is going to be there as well. Ilokai coming in. Flame Strike going to be used. Phoenix is going to be used as well to zone them out a little bit. They want this out of fort, that's for sure. They want to take down this well as well to get more map control. That's the name of the game right now, map control for sure. The blue side now continuing on with their push. With the Immortals still about half HP, they should be able to get down this. So look at the amount of damage that Immortal is just doing. They will be able to deal with the Immortal just losing that one tower, and here comes the red team. They want to give chase. Sapphira going in, mounted up though, this blue team, and a nice force wall there to prevent the chase by the red side.
Right, now I was looking at the talents just now. What do you think of the heroic pickups by Black Sheep 5? So Soul actually went for Skeleton Mages, and Tyrande actually went for Starfall. So what do you think of these?
Hold on, before that, the clash is about to happen here as Sapphira Ilokai playing the Keltas. They are giving chase right now. He's taking quite a bit of damage, and he's not going to survive that as he gets taken down. So a nice pick off there for the red team in Keltas. He basically secluded himself in that area. I'm a bit curious about Zol's pickup of
Yeah.
mages for sure. You go Poison Nova for team fights, and you would only go for like, I mean, the only reason you would go mages is when you're maybe going up against a Malfurion, because Tranquility totally negates the Poison Nova. But hold that thought, as the bottom lane now, because they're getting stunned out here, as the blue side, they want to give chase, they want to push them back, not allowing them to get the fort, and they will be successful in doing so as well. So as I was mentioning earlier, the only time that I've seen people, like players, not get Poison Nova is when they're playing against a Malfurion, for example. Because the Tranquility from Malfurion will totally negate the Poison Nova. But in this case scenario, I think the Poison Nova would have been a better option. But maybe just because Saphira has to play as the frontline man, maybe that's why he wanted to go with the mages. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and actually, if you have a look at the heroics, it does scream that they want control the flow of the fight.
Yep.
They have Skeleton Mages, Sundering, as well as Starfall. That's a lot of zone control coming out from Black Sheep 5.
Yeah, Starfall on Tyrande is fine because I think he's being played secondary support, a utility plus damage. So Starfall is definitely fine there. They are lacking in the damage. As top lane now, Lala Land on that Muradin. You're gonna get rooted. Stand out onto Kinky though. Kinky, you do not want to go too. You're gonna be popped to safe side, but nice force wall, gonna keep him in the fight and keep him in the fray of Nikitan though. He's gonna be in some trouble here. He's gonna have to back off as much as he can. Tyrande not gonna connect with his owl, but the stun is gonna connect and he's finally gonna fall. So really well played there by Black Sheep 5, and they will be able to pick off yet another kill. 5-3 in favor of the blue side right now. They are a talent tier ahead, though they did lose that clash, which is interesting. The red team, they are going to start doing work onto this Immortal, and it looks like they will be able to get it down to half pretty easily. And I think the blue team will just give it to them here at this point. Hopefully, their Immortal will spawn on their side, which will give them an easier time to defend this, but no, it does not. So unfortunate for them, I think they're going to lose out in this battle for DPS for sure. That's why they want to try and defend this. They're coming in as much as they can, but I don't think they can stop this for very long. Here comes Lala Land in the side. Muradin again doing work onto the Dwarf Toss in to initiate on. Greymane tried to set something up there, but they will not be able to do so. And look at Black Sheep 5, they're just going to disengage, tap up, regen a little bit, and knowing that their Immortal is so far ahead and they just have one Greymane on the opponent's Immortal, they're just going to chip away at this for sure. Force Wall going to be used against Saphira. He could be some trouble there. Tornado though, not going to connect. Flame Strike neither. It's now the red team again just chipping away slowly at this Immortal. Immortal going to stun him out though. Dikaza coming in, trying to... Nice force wall! And along with the Phoenix to zone them out, Dikaza could be in some trouble. He's going to be used to... Major is going to be thrown out as well by the Zul, the wall. He could be in some trouble here. This Divine Shield going to be thrown out onto Troll Lala Land. Going to finally get taken. Black Sheep 5 turning the tides of this game. Wave in by Yamato. He could be in some... He needs to be careful though as well. They could easily turn that stun. Going to connect it to Ilokai with the tornadoes connecting onto 2 as well. Root as well to secure the kill, as Tasada will be able to get out of there. So nice control by Black Sheep 5 as they pick off the Immortal and 2 kills themselves.
See, once again, they just always somehow manage to get the objective.
Yeah, they somehow always manage to get the objective, which is doing well for them. It's been traded back and forth. I believe this is the second Immortal compared to the Blues Team ABC's 1 Immortal, so I guess it's fine for now. It's still pretty neck and neck, but the red team are now a full level advantage, and they are looking to push down this bottom set of keep towers. Here comes Muradin though. Dwarf Toss in, stun in on Yamato playing the Sylvanas, but he will be able to get away. Force Wall going to be used, Ancestral Healing on Risen to bring him right back up here. Yamato going to be able to wave away. Stun in on Troll. This could be some trouble as Zul is at their top lane. They might not want to take this fight here. If they can get away, they definitely need to get away here. But because they're actually turning around and saying, hey, you know what? Come at me, bro. I want some. Immortal though going to do work onto that towers, taking them out, and now hitting down on that keep. Sundering now going to be used. Phoenix going to be used to zone them out as well. Starfall going to be thrown out, but no one dropping just yet. Both sides supports doing a really good job keeping both players, all players alive. And after all that, man, no one died. So they are going to be able to take down the outer towers. Keep is down to about 40% HP. They're going to pick themselves up a nice siege camp here as well. So red team definitely does have the advantage. Still a full level advantage, and now a talent tier ahead. I believe Immortal is going to spawn right about now as well. So
yeah, out of nowhere, they now have the XP advantage. This is the thing about heroes. You know, you never know. At any point, you can make a comeback. 6.5 out of 10, right?
Yep, 6.5 out of 10 for sure. At any point you can. And yeah, this blue side, they're just kind of coming, trying to set up a defense right now, but I don't think they can take a fight considering they're one talent tier down, and the red team knows this. So they just want to push this down, and Greymane is at the top lane. He might want to start hurfing back soon, because if the red team spots him out and they want to take this push, they definitely will be able to do so. It does look like going to take down this keep pretty easily. There goes the Phoenix, going to be used to zone them out a little bit. Lala Land taking quite a bit of damage, but the heals coming out from the red team enough to sustain them and keep them alive. But here comes the blue side. In comes the Sun onto Zul. He is going to be able to negate that. Keotas with the Sundering going to connect. Essential healing though, going to keep him alive. The kills are dropping really low as well as Tanuki finally going to fall. Rhaegar going to fall as well. Black Sheep 5 in full attack mode. 3 heroes dropping there. It is a disaster yet again for them, as now the red team look to end this straight away. Nikkei Tan, he is trying to delay this as much as he can, but now the root going to connect to the Keotas. He stayed a little bit too long. Shield's going to be there as well, and finally he is going to fall. Nikkei Tan not going to be able to stop this push. It is going to be game number 1 in favor of Black Sheep 5. Very well played yet again in this best of 3 series. They are going to push ahead right now. What happened really well there, Vex?
Yeah, that was really well executed by Black Sheep 5. They saw the opportunity and they jumped in straight away, no hesitation, picking off ABC left and right, and they secured the first game, man.
Yep, they definitely do secure their first game. Really well executed there. I have to bite my tongue because they are at the end of the day, their draft worked out, but unfortunate for Team ABC, they will go down their first game, and they have an uphill battle to climb right now. They want to secure their slot in the C regionals. They definitely don't want to drop down to the losers bracket by any means. But yeah, right now, Team Black Sheep 5 are in a good position of taking this series and this matchup, pushing them to the grand finals and securing themselves in a slot in the C regionals for sure. So congratulations to them for game number 1. We will be coming to you with game number 2 shortly. We're going for a really short break as we prepare for the next draft. So make sure you guys do stay tuned. This is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit Malaysian Finals happening right now, guys. Zephyria jumping in, taking out the Nikkei Tan, and down goes the Tyrael as well. Divine Shield finally going to be popped up on Zephyria. Risen probably going to fall here as Keotas falls. It is going to be another 3 kill. Wow, look at the damage coming out, and Tanuki drops so low. Scrub's trying to go in to try and finish off the kill, but